She awoke, hardly sober, to an inquisition with a friend she knew run off to. Billy made her way to the kitchen sink to wash her sticky eyelids. It all seemed so beguiling, beguiling. Blood is thinner than the darkness that fell upon her conscience. How will she reconcile? So yeah, prepare for the chilly air to pass on through her red lips. Try to believe her excuses, excuses. Hey. It was so serene, this beauty queen bestowed herself upon them, oblivious and wanted. Seems this beauty queen was wanted more than just by men in their town. Seems the OPP had a warrant out, sweet Miss Jane Marie. Sweet Miss Jane Marie. She was just a kid with a fragile mind, emotions running high. Never had she seen a man with eyes that kill. She fell upon her knees, took her to his house, and that was it. Her mother said in tears, never would she see a little girl the same again. Man was violent with a cocaine bin and an eye for talent. He could hold the strings and make her feel like she wasn't worth anything. So her fragile mind was twisted around his dirty finger. Seems he had a rival that needed to be taught a lesson. That's where I come in. That's where I come in. As a coward would he hid behind her dirty finger. So she shot the boy that scared that man, and that was that. Oh, sweet Jane Marie. Oh, sweet Jane Marie. You didn't know where to begin. You didn't know what to say to them. Oh, sweet Jane Marie. As I lay bleeding out, I never blame you. All I wish is that you never left.
Tell me about your earliest musical memory.
Well, I don't know if this is my earliest musical experience is when I was a little kid. There with the Boss America drum kit and the Fisher Price setup. It was one of my first endeavor into music, I suppose. I don't really have any memory of it, but at least I can look at it and I knew what I kind of wanted to do from the beginning. So.
When did you write your first song?
Oh, geez, growing up, I wasn't really into it. You know what I mean? Like I never really had like much music was always around me. Like I remember up at the cottage, like my folks would take me up there, and they'd be drinking all night and listening to stuff like Merle Haggard and Don McLean and Ray Charles and all this stuff. And I learned all those lyrics because my uncle was sort of a call and response kind of guy. Like he'd sing the lyric before it would come up so that I could learn it, I guess. And so I grew up on that sort of like old kind of 60s, 70s country, like R&B kind of stuff, right? Which is really cool. But I started, I don't know, I just always kind of remember like singing. Like since I can remember listening to music, I've always like loved to sing along to it, and it was sort of just like a natural thing for me. I never really thought like, okay, this is what I want to do. Like I'm gonna pick up a guitar and learn how to play the guitar. Because it wasn't until I was about 15 or 16 where a friend of mine, his little brother, sold me my first electric guitar. It was one of those like Sears Stratocaster kind of knockoffs or whatever, right? So I started on that, and then ended up getting an acoustic when I was around, I think I was 17 years old. So I started late, but it all kind of came at once. Like I sort of already had like the love for it, I guess. And then my first song I probably wrote, like once I learned how to figure out chords and learn how to sing and play, which was about 6 months in from when I got my first acoustic or whatever. I started writing stuff. But it was late. It was late on in my life, because a lot of kids are brought up to like play piano or do this or do that, and I was never really pushed into it. I kind of always had a love for it and just kind of found it on my own.
Where I learned to drink alone, nobody knows, nobody knows. When I thought I was alone, there you were, there you were. when I need a quick revival to pick me up again and again, well, again and again and again. Sun is shining through my glass, beautiful, beautiful. This emptiness can never last, fills me up, fill her up. Bum, bum, bum. When I need a quick revival to pick me up again and again, well, again and again. Not a question of survival, it's just about letting go. Whoa, letting go. Whoa, letting go. And all the time that I'd spent awake in a dusty, drunken haze, calling you on the phone. Hey, it's not like I'm even ashamed, wouldn't trade that girl for all of the jack in the world. No, 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 no. When I need a quick revival to pick me up again and again, well, again and again. Hey, it's not a question of survival, it's just about letting